I don't want your child to suffer. So please, 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 turn off technology, turn off the TV, and tune in to your children. Hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tuesdays with Tillman. I am so excited that you joined me on today. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we shall rejoice and be glad in it. Today I want to talk to you about the importance of connecting with our children. You know, we live in a world that keeps us so distracted, so many things pulling at our attention that oftentimes, unless we're intentional, we do not take a moment, a second, a day to spend with our children and really connect with them. So I'm going to give you 4 critical ways to connect with your children. You know, there was a research, I guess something I read a couple of weeks ago that said that our children are actually committing suicide. I mean, it's the second leading cause of death in the United States. How ludicrous is that? And the American Psychological Association said that there are over 65% of teens who are stressed out. That's not okay. It's not okay for me, and I know you listening to me feel like it's not okay for you. So what can we do? What can we do to be better? All right, I have 27 years of experience, and I'm going to give you my words of wisdom. Number 1, first critical way is when your child wakes up, really give them purpose. Don't come at them with criticizing and complaining and arguing and all of that. Really wake them up so that they feel a spirit of purpose for their day. Wake them up with rise and shine. I'm telling you, one of my gifts is not singing, but you know, you have heard me sing before, so I'm going to tell you. I used to wake Zeppelin up, and I used to say, rise and shine and give God the glory, glory. Any of you my age know that song, right? So, and he would be my mom, mom, mom. But I know it instilled seeds of greatness in him. I know it instilled, just planted something inside of him that made him know he was waking up for a purpose. Second critical time that you need to connect with your children are when you're out and about. You could just be at the grocery store, driving them in the car to school, whenever you're together. Really spend that time talking to them about your experiences, dropping those nuggets, because sometimes they don't tell us what's happening. Sometimes you don't know that they're being bullied. Sometimes they don't know, well, they know, but they won't tell us that, you know, somebody has an attitude with them or their best friend doesn't like them. We don't know that. So that is the opportunity for you, the parent, to give them your experiences. Talk about, you know, what your core values are, and you know why it's important to be a good friend, why it's important to be kind, and what happened to you when you were 15 years old. Sometimes I think we give children everything except our experiences, and by not doing that, they lose out on a lot of lessons that could be dropped into their mind. They might not say anything, but trust and know as you're speaking, they're listening. Okay? The third critical time is really at dinner time. I always tell my parents, please, 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 whatever you do, have dinner with your kids. Turn off the TV. Get from out in front of the, Netflix or whatever you're doing. Spend time at the dinner table, because there at the dinner table, you'll find out about how their day was, what their teacher feels about them in their mind, what kind of friends they hang out with. You really get the opportunity to instill, again, those values, those morals, and be able to have an extended conversation with them. So dinner time is really important. One of my pet peeves is when I go out to dinner and I see a family and everybody has their head down and everybody's on the cell phone. Absolutely ridiculous. We're missing out on so many opportunities to interact, to have that real intimacy with each other. And that causes children to feel alone. That's not what we want to do, all right? And then the fourth time that is very critical to connect with your children are when they lie their head down and go to sleep at night. Bedtime. I told you, every single night when Zeppelin was in the womb till he went off to college, I put my hand on his heart And I said, there is greatness in you, and I love you. Those words were the words he heard every single night for 18 years. And those are the words that I want you to say to your children. Or think of your own words. You don't have to use mine. But just something that gives them hope. Something that puts a blessing over their lives as they lie down to go to sleep. So those are the critical times. Rise and shine, out and about, dinner time, and bedtime. You know, Brene Brown says that connection is so important. She says we are hardwired to connect with others. And without it, it's just suffering. I don't want your child to suffer. So please, 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 turn off technology, turn off the TV, and tune in to your children. Until next time, I'm sending you love, peace, and hope. Bye-bye.